What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking well, you know the deal, another trip down the toy aisle, and we're going to be talking about WWE Basic Series 7. We are rewinding all the way back to 2010, which is crazy because Basic Series 1 was also released in 2010. 7 basic sets in a year? That might be normal. I don't know. I don't keep up with basics that much. But join me down the toy aisle. Alright, so the very first figure here in this set is none other than Kofi Kingston. Now, I don't know about you guys, but at the time, I was a pretty big Kofi Kingston fan. So, I'm a little disappointed by this figure, I'm not going to lie. When I think of Kofi, I think of like crazy ring gear. Even back then, the yellow, the green, all that was very, very vibrant. This is just black trunks and kick pads. That's all it is. The head sculpt's good. We've seen the head sculpt before. But, like, it's going to be a little blurry since I blew it up. But, like, it's just the black lettering, the black logo with the yellow outline of both logos. And it's got the white and the teeth in the mouth and the teeth in the eyes. It's a boring gear. And just the same thing on the knee pads. And then just a couple yellow lines on the kickers. That's a pretty big letdown for Kofi Kingston. You know, we kind of have set the bar high for him, I'm not gonna lie, but that's pretty crazy. Yeah, this is an easy pass. It doesn't even say what event this is from. The attire date on the website is blank, so that's how uneventful this Kofi Kingston attire is. So on to the next figure. Now, Wrestling Figure Database is also showing a variant of this, one of their 1 of 1,000 chases that comes with that ugly belt that has the name and the limited to text on there. But this is Michelle McCool. I think this is the only Michelle McCool figure that we have gotten until the Legends one that's supposed to be coming out soon with the Lay Cool title cut in half. That's pretty insane. That's a 15-year, probably by the time it releases, a 16-year gap in figure releases for somebody, which I'm sure there have been longer waits than that, but that's pretty insane. As far as the figure, though, this is from Elimination Chamber 2010. I don't know the significance of that, pardon my ignorance, but it's a solid figure. I mean, Michelle McCool always wearing blue and white, to be honest with you. She's got the crosses all throughout her gear on the top, the bottoms, both forearms, both boots. It's a solid figure. I was kind of indifferent on Michelle McCool back in the day, and in 2025, kind of tired of seeing her between LFG and Taker's podcast. If you know, you know. But I'm definitely excited to get that new Elite, and this would have been a must-have, except for the fact that the Elite's coming out very soon. So I don't know, and I think it is an upgrade, even though it's in green, and I wish it was in blue. But beggars can't be choosers. Let's take a look at the variant real quick. This is the variant that they have posted. They're all right. They're only showing variants for 2 in the wave, which I don't know why it would just be 2 random ones in the wave. Anyway, let's get on to the actual next figure. We have none other than Mr. 619 himself, Rey Mysterio. Here's the vibrance that I was expecting from Kofi Kingston. This bright white attire from the head, the hands, the wrist gauntlet, glove pieces. I don't know what you want to technically call those. The pants and the shoes. Rey Mysterio is covered head to toe in white. This is from Royal Rumble 2010. The yellow, the blue, they both look really good on this figure. It's hard to have a bad Rey Mysterio figure. There's not many out there that are kind of mid. They're all pretty solid. I like this a lot. Blue stripe going down the side to continue the blue and yellow motif. It's got what you typically see on Rey Mysterio's head up here. It's got the wings on the thighs, which is interesting. Or it's not wings, it's like eagle heads. And then I don't know what that little yellow, it looks like a lightning bolt kind of. I don't think Rey Mysterio would have a lightning bolt. And you have the 619 on the front of the legs. Very weird the way this is kind of positioned. I'm gonna take a look at we're gonna look up the actual gear for this one. I am definitely intrigued. You know what? This is what the attire looked like. Kind of hard to argue that. That's exactly what he looks like. That's the same. Is that the same gear there? Yeah, that's the same gear. He wasn't in the Rumble. Okay, it was a one-on-one match, him and Taker. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But yeah, that's just, I mean, they kind of nailed it. Honestly, that's what it looks like. That is definitely what the figure looks like. Interesting. I like this. Solid Rey Mysterio. I didn't know this one existed. I might have to pick this one up. This one's pretty cool. And then we're back to another kind of boring figure, a basic, if you will. This is Sheamus from TLC 2009. I'm gonna be honest with you, I stopped watching the like right after Mania in 2009. So I didn't know who Sheamus was until about 2013, something like that. 2012 or 2013. So this was a new one for me. But this figure, very boring. But that's kind of how Sheamus was back in the day. This is just a generic white dude in black trunks, except this one has red hair and a beard. That's pretty much what it is. Now, in recent time, we have gotten some really cool Sheamus figures with the weapon accessories. You got the coat, you got the hat, you get his chain from time to time, which is always a plus. You see it in the photo they use there. Sheamus even had some good elites at the time with like the King Sheamus, and I'm drawing a blank. It's been a while. It really has. But other than that, like this figure is pretty mid, honestly. Like I think this would have been Sheamus' first time in the line, possibly. Yeah, I would think so because Mattel took over in January 1st, 2010. Jax would not have had time to make a Sheamus figure by the time they lost the license. So this had to be Sheamus' first ever figure, unless one of the elites, by God, just beat it to it. That's interesting. It makes you wonder when they change rights like that. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, but other than that, like it's Sheamus and the gear that he wore for years and years and years until he finally started changing it. Then things got dialed up a little bit when he joined Cesaro in the bar. And then you got accessories and figures there, better head sculpts, a lot of different things. But as far as this figure is an easy pass. Yeah, you can go without this one. And it does have the commemorative 1 of 1,000. If you're just dying to have a 1 of 1,000 Sheamus basic from 2010, there you go. Ultra grainy photo right there for you. On to the next figure. And we have the Dead Man from 2009 Survivor Series. This period of Undertaker figures were kind of one and the same, I guess you could say. They all kind of looked alike besides just the logo on the side of the leg. And other than that, it's just solid black top, elbow pad, gloves, same head for the most part. And then from the knees down, it was the same thing. So it was hard to get excited about it. And I really wanted an Undertaker figure from this time period that really had that pop to it. And that's why I sing the praise so much of that Ultimate Edition we got from Target. I believe it was last year. That was one of my all-time favorite Ultimate figures I've ever received. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like this one is it's such a letdown. And we've gotten Undertaker at this point in the Elite line, so I don't know how much juice there is into a basic with not much change besides worse articulation. So it does make you wonder, but this line was geared towards the kids rather than the collectors or the, even though the kids be playing with these, like I remember being a kid and I hated playing with the Ruthless Aggression figures because I was like, I want the Deluxe Aggressions. Those can move and do the moves that I want them to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, it doesn't stand out on the shelf at all. And this packaging being mainly black really doesn't help it when it comes to standing out. That's what was so cool about the Rey Mysterio and the Michelle McCool on card. But yeah, it's a pretty standard Undertaker figure, unfortunately. But you want to see a figure that's not basic? It is. I mean, hold on. It's basic, but it's not generic, and that's Yoshitatsu. As far as I know, this guy had 3 figures from Mattel, and every single one of them were pure bangers, especially the Elite when we get to it. And he was in a battle pack, I believe, and that figure was just as good. Oh, man, don't even get me started. So good. But this is Yoshitatsu from a random episode of ECW in 2009. If you were watching at that time, I wasn't. But, yeah, it's solid. Like, it's a head scan that stands out that was used again on his elites, but the other basic got a brand new head, shockingly. It's green wristband or arm bands. I don't know the technical term. Arm tape, sure. It has the green and silver pants here, and that's it's like a metallic paint job there too as well. Other than that, it's pretty pretty boring, but it's striking colors, striking like material. Not material. It's metallic. We'll call it metallic. It has the Japanese flag on there as well. That looks good. It's a solid figure, man. Yoshitatsu figures did not miss. Let me pull this up real quick. I stand corrected. It was not in a battle pack. It was a single carded release basic. But I mean, just up here, these 3 Mattel Yoshitatsus, and that's just one of the 1 of 1,000s. These 3, all of them bangers. We'll get to them eventually because I love those figures. They're all great. But that is going to be it for today's trip down the toy aisle. Let me know down in the comments below what figures you guys would pick up from WWE Basic Series 7 15 years ago. And last but not least, take it easy.